today.
From Acrisure State. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff, and that might set the tone for what could be a physical game. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after him early, right? Take away.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And the slot man goes in motion left. They will start this drive with Ford. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 139 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Now Lance throwing on second down. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To throw, it's Lance. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
They'll roll him out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. Now Lance on the bootleg. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Burrow's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The numbers for Brown from a week ago. 17 carries, 68 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Lyman can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Burrow. And that went to the right side and incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. Now it's Burrow. A short throw there pulled in by All. Evades the tackler and now some space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
In motion right goes Higgins. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. 2nd and 9. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to keep.
And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Play action, now it's Lance. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Sliding out of the pocket. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And running with power here. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Another run for Brown on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A short throw there, pulled in by all. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now it's Burrow. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
That went down the field for Freiermuth.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
He'll buy some time. Right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal is to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense.
They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well. Try to make it 9 in a row.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They run the counter. Dickens, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance.
That's caught at the 3. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Rolling to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Trey Lance.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
A short throw there pulled in by all. Room past the 35.
And bulldozing his way through.
He's on his way.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
And they'll run again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Herbert is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that...
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Dickens. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, He can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Dickens. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickens.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Lance going to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And Lance now to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out
to the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
First down. Here's Burrow. A short throw there pulled in by All. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and goal. Burrow to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for the Steelers, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals,
today. From Akron.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
To the air, May.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
From the shotgun, May with it.
And that's incomplete.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Baringer on to punt for the Patriots.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Lance.
Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Here's Lance. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Gets around him, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickens, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Running left is Stevenson.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Bryce Baringer on now to punt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Lance now on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
They go play action now. May.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 12 catches, 121 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll throw with May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it.
Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Here's Bryce Baringer now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. On 2nd down, here's Lance. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
They've got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the...
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it, and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick. Not good at all.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down is May.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickens, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They're going to throw. May.
Open, and it's a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
And CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one.
This is intercepted.
He's on his way.
And just shutting him off there. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Trey Lance
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
To throw, it's May.
Short pass caught by Henry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Play action, May.
He's going to air one out.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
On first down, Lance.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
On first and 10, here's Lance.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickens.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dickens.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Up the middle they go. Dickens.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Lance looking to throw it.
And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now a handoff up the middle. Dickens. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Up the middle they go. Dickens. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Dickens. And now they're inside the 10. He's brought down at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 42-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
157 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickens.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Trey Lance.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Second down, May, and that one going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Skirts by him at the 35.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Here's May.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Throwing here is May. A short one there, caught by Granson.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Throwing now, May on 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, here's May.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickens. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of
today.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
In motion right is Addison. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
This defense for the Steelers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Muscling free near the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 98 yards, 2 shy of 100.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Throwing is McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickens.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
To throw, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's fourth down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Up the middle they go. Dickens. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So they were able to put the pen to the paper this week, get this deal done, contract extension. And I'm sure that the coach's front office happy. He's got to be happy too, though.
He's got to be relieved. He doesn't have to worry about moving now, doesn't have to worry about not having a team. He's back with a team he's comfortable with and where he feels he belongs. Yeah, I think he feels pretty good about this whole deal.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dickens.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 45 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go. Dickens. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jerome Ford.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. McCarthy now on 1st down.
Forced out to it. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They run the counter. Dickens. There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
On 1st down, Dickens.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickens.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
In motion, the tight end.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Jalen Waddle.
27 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On first down, McCarthy being chased out left. Stays on his feet. Still going. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pierce has it knocked loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickens, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run on first down. Dickens, and that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
They run with Ford and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dickens.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Dickens, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Now McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Pass complete to Addison.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Lance now on first down.
Flush to his right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The Lance going to throw.
Buying time to his left. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He's got it.
And the Steelers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line?
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Mostert diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? The extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now McCarthy throwing on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 5. To the air with McCarthy.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33.
Here's McCarthy.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Back to throw. McCarthy. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Vikings get a bit closer. McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't
All
you?
about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 5.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Sticking with a pass, here's McCarthy. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Going under, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're